spirit for the Lord, I can't turn down. Talking too much, bro, it's time for you to learn now.
So what they hearing, they offended, get a word out.
So let me ask you something. If we never on top, why are we getting shot down the streets?
Bring it out.
Why are we at the bottom, and why blacks and Hispanics fill up the jail prisons?
Fighting against each other.
Guess what? The 48 laws of power is the reason why we're in slavery.
Right.
That's another guy. That's another doctrine.
Slavery is just polished up in jails and prisons. It's something that California got the most of. And it says it in black and white in the dime.
So let me ask you something. Why are we in prison?
Because we enslave ourselves.
We enslave ourselves?
By the choices that you make.
Come a little closer. I can't hear you. Come a little bit closer. So how do we enslave ourselves? Give me Deuteronomy.
Because we break the law and we go to there to slave. Because that's what modern day slavery is. It's prisons and jails.
Okay.
Something that California got the most of.
I agree with you with that part, but you said we break the laws. Which laws are you referring to that we're breaking?
Bring it out.
Well, I'm just not saying as you, I'm talking about as me. Okay, well, as me, you know, but...
No, because remember I said, as a nation of people, majority of our people, blacks and Hispanics, we fill up the prison systems, right? Am I right? So you said the reason why is because we break the laws. So what laws, as blacks and Hispanics, what laws are we breaking that's causing us to go into these prison houses?
Bring it out.
Because you said
I was really referring to me, but at that part, as going to prison and stuff. But as what you say, how we enslave ourselves, we don't enslave ourselves from the beginning. They enslave us at the end. When you get grown and everything else, and this man, you just don't know, man.
Got you. What's your name, bro?
My name's Maurice.
Maurice. My name's Onaz. I'm gonna show you in the Bible, because you were kind of on track saying we broke the laws, right? But I'm gonna show you whose laws we broke. You see what I'm saying?
All of them's the Lord.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna show you in the Bible. Give me 1 second, Maurice.
Let me ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Why is the devil today?
I'll explain that to you. Let me show you this. I'm gonna explain that. I'm gonna explain that.
Why is the devil today?
Because God created him to be that way. All right, so let me show you something in the Bible. Okay, let me show you something. Read it. Maurice, I'm gonna show you in the Bible what you're talking about, but I want you to listen to this real quick. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So we have to listen to God to do his commandments. Another word for commandments is laws.
Right.
You mentioned we broke his law. So Moses is telling us, if we don't listen to God and do his laws, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God's saying, if we don't keep his commandments, we're going to be cursed as a nation of Israel.
Right.
As a nation of people. We're the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the Israelites. That's who Moses was speaking to. Read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So again, I was mentioning the prison system because you've been in the prisons, right? You've been in the system, right? That's a curse that's among our people. The majority of us aren't in prison. Isaiah 42:22 real quick. Because I'm going to show you something. This is a curse. Hey, Maurice, real quick. Maurice.
I like that though.
My job is to show you because I want you to understand that this is you.
Right.
This Bible, this is your photo album.
Right.
This is where you come from. This is gonna help you understand why are we going through these things.
Right.
Because our people don't stop and think about this stuff. We go day to day and think this is normal, and we try to make it by. But we gotta change the way we think.
Right.
And first starts about who we are and what we gotta do to get right with God. Right? Read that.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
So we are a people robbed and spoiled, the Israelites, because robbed meaning we got everything, all of the things been taken away from our history, our culture, our nationality, our language, the type of foods we eat. All that has been robbed and taken away from us, and we be given another nation's history, culture that we follow. For example, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. That's not our stuff. God never gave that. We've been robbed of Passover. We've been robbed of the Sabbath day. We've been robbed of Feast of Tabernacles. Right? And then it said we were spoiled. We were destroyed mentally. They destroyed us mentally. Right? Keep reading.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
They're hid where?
In prison houses.
Read that part again.
And they are hid in prison houses.
So Maurice, what is the Bible saying that our Israelite brothers and sisters are? They're hid where?
In prison.
In prison houses. This is talking about us.
That's right.
If you didn't know, now you know. This Bible is only for us.
Right.
This Bible wasn't made for the white man, the Chinese man, the East Indian man.
Right.
This Bible only relates to us. When Moses said, "Those who don't keep the commandments, they're going to be cursed," it was only talking about me and you. That's why our people, because I have.
The United States was built on the Bible. So anything after that, any other law besides that is a man-made.
You're right. Psalms 51 and 20. I'm going to show you.
The laws of the land is supposed to be the commandments of the Bible.
You're right, Maurice. So guess what? When the so-called white man came here, yes, they claimed to have founded this country. Yeah, they claimed to find this country on the Bible.
Right.
But guess what? I want to show you something about them because again, the Bible is not for them.
Right.
So I'm gonna explain to you. Read this. Yeah, 51 and 20. What is it? What's that? What has to do with me? To hold my things? It's a Psalms.
Psalm 50 and 16.
50 and 16. There you go.
Psalms chapter 15, verse 16.
Yeah.
But unto the wicked,
Read it again.
but unto the wicked,
So God's saying there's a particular wicked people. There's a nation He calls wicked. Read.
God saith, what hast thou to do with me? What hast thou to do? Declare my statutes.
So He's talking about Malachi 1:4 real quick. He's talking about this wicked people. He said, what do you have to declare? What do you have to do with me? Right? Why do you have my Bible in my hand? So He's talking to a particular group of people. Because I want to connect the dots for you real quick, right? Read.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4.
Hey, my brother, you understand English? Yeah, okay. We're going over why our people are cursed, right? So we're going to talk about who the wicked is according to the Bible. The black man and the Hispanic man, we are not the wicked as they portray us in the media,
Right.
social media. We're God's chosen people. Who are the wicked according to the Bible? Read.
Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
So the nation of Edom or Esau, they're the so-called white man today. God said they are the wicked according to the Bible.
Right.
Based off the things they have done to us in slavery.
Right.
Based off the things they do to us to this day.
Right.
How to destroy the minds of the black and Hispanic people.
Right.
Now go back to my Psalms 50, right? Because you said America was founded on the Bible, but guess what? The Bible don't pertain to them.
The record independence was wrote that the laws of the land are...
Right, but I'm gonna show you they don't believe in the Bible. Right, read.
Psalms chapter 50 verse 16. But unto the wicked God saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
So guess what? God is telling this people, this race of people, why are you reading my Bible?
Right.
Because my Bible says thou shalt not kill.
Right.
My Bible says thou shalt not steal.
Right.
Isn't that what the white man has done to the black and Hispanic? Didn't they rape, rob, and killed us?
Right.
They stole our land? Didn't they do that? But guess what? They had the Bible. So God is saying, why do you have my Bible? Why are you speaking the words out of my book? That's what God is saying to them. Read.
Verse 17, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee.
Because now, that says they hate instruction, they hate God's laws and commandments. Because now, guess what they're trying to pass? Same-sex marriage? That's against God.
Right.
They allow abortions?
Right.
That's against God.
Right.
They hate instruction, they cast God's word behind their back.
Right.
In the Old Testament or in the New Testament?
This is in the Old Testament, but it applies to the
Are you going
day.
off of everything that's in the Old Testament?
We go off the Old and the New Testament.
That's
We go
right.
off both. Alright, keep reading.
When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partakers with the adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
So, guess what? The brother, because Esau had a brother, which is Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Every time you turn on the news, they have something evil to say about us.
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
You're right, but I got something to say about them.
Okay.
I got something to say about
Go
them.
ahead.
They the worst gang ever. Because you know why? Look at the neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the LGB community, right? Look, they didn't turn it over. If you knew some of the shit I do right now, you'd have you go crazy, brother. I can't even speak also. So I swear to God, they're trying to kill me. Man, on my mama.
Now guess what, Maurice? Now that I showed you what the wicked is doing, I want to show you real quick, Maurice. Hold up. Deuteronomy 28:15.
Trust me,
I'm going to show you real quick how you're an Israelite. I'm going to show you how you're an Israelite. Verse 68. Because God told us if we don't keep the commandments, curses are going to be upon us. Verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So Maurice, God said we're going to go into Egypt. What's your name, bro? Miguel. Maurice and Miguel. God said the Israelites were going to Egypt again because we're in the wilderness at this moment. We just left Egypt. Right? We were building the pyramids. We were in slavery under Pharaoh. So when he said you're going to go into Egypt, what is he talking about? Right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
So guess what? God had us. We have our own lingo in the Bible. When our people heard Egypt, we were like, oh shoot, that's slavery.
Right.
That's whips on our back.
That's right.
serving Pharaoh. That's taskmaster. That's all of that.
Right.
So when we heard Egypt, we knew that was slavery. So remember 68 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So how did the so-called black man get here to America?
Bring it out.
On ships.
Right.
How did the so-called Hispanic man get to Spain?
Bring it out.
On slave ships. The Bible is documenting our history. That's how we know we're the Israelites.
Right.
Keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Because just how Moses prophesied it would happen, it happened almost 3,000 years later.
Right.
Showing you the Bible is a true book and that we're the Israelites.
Right.
Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We haven't seen our homeland again. Read.
And then ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So God said once you get to the land of your captivity, you're going to be sold unto your enemies. Look at these. What are these?
That's right.
Auction slave blocks.
That's right.
In Virginia. Where else? With Virginia, you got Carolina, Georgia, St. Louis. Auction slave blocks selling us. We're going to be sold until God said our enemies.
Right.
Not our friends. Not our pals. God said you're going to be sold to your enemies when you get off those slave ships. That happened to you in Seville, Spain. That happened to us in the Eastern America, Eastern United States, and South United States. All throughout America. All throughout South and Central America where we put as slaves. And we were sold as auction slave blocks. They were separating our families. Right? They take the little boys and separate the families. It's no different than they're doing at the border right now at the Mexican border. They're separating our families. Being sold to our enemies. Keep reading.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Slave men and slave women, read.
And no man shall buy you.
So when it says no man shall buy, no man's going to be able to redeem because we have Malcolm X. We had Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, the Black Panthers, the Brown Berets, the Zoot Suit Riders. We had Cesar Chavez. We had all these type of people who were trying to redeem our people from the oppression, from the poverty, from the destruction that we were in. But God said, those people are not going to help you because guess what? Even though they had good intentions, they weren't coming as Israelites keeping the commandments. Because that is the reason, Maurice and Miguel, we are in this situation.
Right.
That is the reason why we're enslaved today and still in poverty. Is because
What did you say? That we're going to get enslaved and what?
the reason why we're enslaved.
So something about like being lazy or something?
No, I didn't say being lazy. I said the reason why we're enslaved. Say it one more time.
Like pampered or something?
No, I didn't say that.
Didn't you say that earlier?
No.
That you were going to be enslaved and pampered?
No, enslaved. No, we're going to be enslaved and impoverished. Right? The reason why the black and Hispanic man live like this is because we broke God's commandments.
That's right.
We broke God's commandments. That's the truth of the matter is. And so that's why the thing that we're going through, this was prophesied. You see what I'm saying?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.